name, not a trademark but brand name for past 50 years. है ना, बीकानेर वाला. Now how can you give a trademark to somebody else? I am known as बीकानेर वाला. So you, somebody ask कि बीकानेर वाला दे दीजिएगा तो वो नॉन पब्लिश कर दिया, ठीक है, हमारे तो रिकॉर्ड में है ही नहीं बीकानेर वाला. If you don't have बीकानेर वाला but I am बीकानेर वाला, so I will object to it. Maruti refined oil registered as a trademark. It was given, published. The Maruti Udyog Limited people could have objected to it because people were like confused कि Maruti ने oil भी बेचना चालू कर दिया. Like Tata, Telco, Tisco, they started Tata Oil, तो Maruti Oil. On the, it was a very valid ground that Maruti Udyog Limited could have objected and got this trademark blocked. But they did not do it because that time this is the job of the marketing people. Marketing people are not doing any job of marketing because when there is booking for next 5 years, a product is sold in black. Marketing starts when it is the buyer's market. When it is a seller's market, it is only logistics management, distribution channel management, not the marketing. Marketing, real sense, it starts only when you are in the buyer's market because you are not able to operate a full capacity utilization. The total industry demand is less than the total supply. So who are good marketers, they will be able to, they will be able to have, they would contribute to the profit. The break even is say at 75%, and we are producing at 70% zero profit, 80% some profit, 90% more profit, 95% still more profit. So when is the buyer's market, then you say that you are as close to 100% as possible. These are. So when it is published, in 3 months, if there is no objection, or if there is an objection, you have cleared it. So after 3 months, finally it is no objection in the final in finality. Then they put it in the register of trademark. There is a big register. So in the register, it is entered in the register of the trademark, and then you are communicated. Once you get the communication, then you start writing R. Okay. These are all well-known trademarks. Okay. These are the 2 conditions for trademark. One is that it should be distinctive, and it should not be deceptive. Okay. There was a general manager of SIDBI, Mr. I forgot the initial, T.A. Tata. I asked him, are you related to Tata family, Jati Tata family or something? He said, no, we are not related, but then historically they share the same. Now suppose he starts a company called Tata Associates and asks for Tata as the trademark. Will he get it? The upper one is that of Tata Sons, Telco, Tisco and all these. Okay. So for Tata Associates, he says कि मेरा नाम टाटा है, मैं TA टाटा मांग रहा हूँ, वो रतन टाटा का तो ऊपर वाला है ना, ये तो है नहीं किसी का, तो give me that. Still he will not get it because a common will think कि अब टाटा ने ऐसे भी चालू कर दिया लिखना. Common perception would be कि Tata was writing like this, now they have started liking that this also. क्यों है तो टाटा का ही ना, तो that producer will get undue advantage. डिसेप्टिव होने से undue advantage मिलेगा ना. आप क्वालिटी का LIT हुआ है तो LI की जगह E लिख दीजिएगा और छोटा सा पतला सा लिख दीजिएगा, दूर से लगता है कि भाई क्वालिटी का आइसक्रीम है ये भी. तो it should not be deceptive. That is a fundamental condition. These are any trademark likely to cause confusion or religious sentiments, hurting religious sentiment, that will not be allotted. Any official seal of emblem, India का Ashoka का जो है 3-sided Ashoka pillar and all that ना, anything will not be given as a trademark. Any UN organization will not be given. commonly name products with their adjectives like best. If you have soap, you can't have a trademark like best soap. Okay, clean soap, you can't get this kind of thing because it will, consumer will think, a common man, illiterate person will think, अच्छा तो best है तो ये लेना चाहिए हमें तो, है ना. So it should not cause any confusion, it should not be deceptive by the name or, है ना, it should not add anything value to the sales. You can have like quality का quality किया आपने, KW से quality किया, not QLITY नहीं किया आपने, तो quality, so that is permissible, but you can't say best quality, best ice cream. So because that is some letters, quality is not a dictionary meaning term. बेस्ट प्राइस मिला नहीं होगा, ट्रेडमार्क तो मिल नहीं सकता, पता नहीं. ऑब्जेक्ट let that be covered in geographical indication. Swiss chocolates have something to do with Switzerland of a particular quality. There, if you are not making that quality of chocolates, which can be termed as Swiss chocolates, you cannot use the term. That is a quality standard.
My meaning is, in case you want to use the special words like country name or these commonly used words, you have to give an explanation why do you want to use it and what is the relevance related to it, and trademark application, and only then you can use it after the approval from the.
Possibly,
you cannot write TM during the technique.
No, when the permission is not, see, when you are something which is not so clear cut, you are looking for some exemption, something and all that thing, then you can't write TM because it is, I mean, itself, your application itself is having a question mark. But if your application doesn't have a question mark, you say Bono, B-O-N-O. No, Bono is your trademark. You apply for Bono. So you can write it to Bono TM because it is not having any problem. पर अगर आप उसमें लिख देंगे कि Swiss chocolate तो फिर तो problem है ना. So I mean, if you write something which apparently is clear, do it. Otherwise, that is why I say when you apply for this thing, you start writing TM not just because your application accepted. Okay, there is examination of the application. आपने Swiss chocolate मांगा है, तो आपके एप्लीकेशन को रजिस्टर्ड, मतलब एप्लीकेशन का रजिस्ट्रेशन तो बाद में होगा ट्रेडमार्क का, बट एप्लीकेशन इज नॉट इवन एक्सेप्टेड. TM is only when application accepted after the preliminary examination. नहीं, preliminary examination, first it is considered as having accepted application after the preliminary examination. वो preliminary examination में ही वो फिट नहीं बैठ रहा है, उसको कहता है कि some religion बदमाश है. ओके, आपने किसी ऐसा उल्टा सीधा सा नाम रख दिया किसी का, तो वो आपकी एप्लीकेशन आप TM नहीं ले सकते उसके ऊपर, बिकॉज है ना ये रिलीजन खराब है. तो हाँ, which word? Pharmacovigilance. No, that is a formal. I mean, this company does what?
It is they are providing certain services under the heading of pharmacovigilance, and they want to make this heading as their trademark. So they are being reviewed in that line. It's a new dimension in clinical research.
So then it will have some implication for, because say it is like say You say that AICTE, ऑल इंडिया काउंसिल ऑफ टेक्निकल एजुकेशन, तो जो उसका पर्पस है उसी से तो उसका नाम बनेगा ना. ओके, so anything which has got say quality certification or anything which is to do with that particular type of activity, then that activity kind of a thing can be taken as their abbreviated trademark or something, and it is not trademark, it is service mark. So that is service that is being provided. Trade secret is something closely guarded secret. If you can keep your trade secret as secret for more than 20 years, now trade secret is possible only in chemicals kind of thing, not in electrical, mechanical. For this there is nothing called trade secret. इसका reverse engineering को मालूम पड़ जाएगा इसमें क्या है. So what is the trade secret? You can't have it. But in chemicals you can have. आपने एक पिकल बनाते हैं, बहुत अच्छा बनाया पिकल. आपने कहा कि इसका जो है इसका ट्रेड सीक्रेट है हमारा. Nobody else can make it. हर शहर के एक आध दो दुकानें होती, बहुत फेमस होते हैं ना उनकी मिठाइयाँ वगैरह. तो उस तरह से copyright indicated by C. Now the number of people say what you write is your original writing, your copyright on it. When you have copyright on it, if you go to the office that कि मेरा रजिस्टर कर दो, आज मैंने 2 पेज लिखे उसको फोटोकॉपी दे दिया उनको 1 रुपये में, इसका रजिस्ट्रेशन कर दीजिए कॉपीराइट का. So if everybody does it, so many crores of people, what should be the size of the copyright office? 10 square kilometer with 20 floors. Because everybody can go and write कि मेरा copy, and in a poor country you can't have very high fees for copywriting, है ना. मैंने छोटी सी कविता लिखी, मेरा कॉपीराइट करो. मैंने ये कुछ लिख दिया, मेरा जोक लिखा है, इसका कॉपीराइट करो. So in 1886 there was a convention called Bern Convention, held in Bern. You know which is the capital of Switzerland? Which is the capital of Switzerland? Geneva? Is Geneva capital of Switzerland or not? Yes or no? Or maybe. Capital of Switzerland is Bern, B-E-R-N-E, Bern, not Geneva. So this, you get any literary work, story, play, poem, novel, manual, publication of work, book, you write anything, you get the thing. And you get even the copyright on this artistic work, fine arts, painting, sculpture, even a photograph. If you click a photograph, you get a copyright of the photograph. Okay? So this is the copyright thing. Computer programs, electronic databases, these all are something intellectual creations. So all the literary work which is created by the intellect of human beings is subject to copyright. Now as per the Bern Convention, 1886, work is protected by the fact of its creation. You create a work, it's your copyright. Okay. There is a song, you find a song written. So in this thing particularly, a song which is written, the person who wrote the song has the copyright. Okay, film producer has asked the lyricist to write a song. This is a situation, हीरो हीरोइन है, उनको एक ना रोमांटिक गाना गाना है, चलो लिख दो एक गाना, उसने अच्छा लिख दिया, ठीक है. Now that song has got some copyright. The copyright is sold to the film producer. Now this copyright once sold to the producer, it is that person's property, producer's property. अब उसको गाना, somebody is that producer, film producer, get it sung by someone, music, all that thing, or not, that is his choice. Because the lyricist has sold the right. But two things come here. The lyricist has, although sold the copyright, that is the economic rights he has sold against some money. But the moral right, there are two things, economic right and moral right. Moral right remains that of the author. Suppose somebody distorts the song in a very derogatory manner. And then that song is sung by someone, recorded, and that song is going on. The film producer is not bothered. Film producer knows that it is people know that it is a copying of this thing and people have distorted it and all that. And more that thing will be sung, which is derogatory or whatever it is. So those people who enjoy the derogatory meaning songs, so double meaning songs, the song will become more popular. So more popular is good for the producer. But whose reputation is at stake? Not film producers. It is the original lyricist's reputation is at stake. So he has sold the economic rights, but not moral rights. Moral rights are never sold. Moral right always remains with the author. So he has, on grounds of moral rights, the author can go to the court of law and see that who has got that song sung and recorded, which company. He can sue them in a court of law that it is my moral right, my reputation is going down. So he will not allow that thing to there, and then if he files the case in the court, he will win and he will get the damages. One case happened in Vigyan Bhavan. There was a mural. He was this person gave that mural free of charge to the big huge size in the Vigyan Bhavan. Then after 40 years, 45 years, the Vigyan Bhavan underwent renovation. In the renovation, तो क्या है इसका 100 crore rupees का renovation का expenditure है. तो sir we will get some new thing here, है ना, इसको हटा के उसको एक कोने में डाल दिया. This person came to know that कि his economic right was transferred free. He transferred economic right without money. He transferred his economic right at zero price. Price was there, but it was zero price. Okay, but he did not transfer his moral right. So he went to the court of law and said that my moral right has been. I mean, I am such a great artist whose work of art on which here the copyright has been in the Vigyan Bhavan. So many thousands of prime ministers have come all over the in one country in different periods of time. So from one country in past 50 years, 20 prime ministers have come, 10 prime ministers have come, and so many prime ministers and presidents have come, and they have appreciated my art. I gave free does not mean that it can be discarded and thrown out in the dustbin. So on moral rights basis, he got about I think 20 lakh rupees damages. It is wrong on the part of Vigyan Bhavan administration to discard a piece of art like this, because even if you got it free, you got it free in terms of its price, that is economic right. But what about the moral right? You can't disrespect an artist like this. So moral right infringement, so he got about 20 lakhs rupees. So it is given by so this is the economic right and moral right. Now there is right for reproduction, translation and adaptation. Thank you. So this is the if you have got something written in English, somebody wants to translate in Hindi, or somebody wants it's a bit modification, adaptation or something, then the person has to seek your approval as the copyright owner. Now another thing comes, these are I think these are all, let me come to the exam question paper. You make a university asks you, okay, IP University asks you to set a question paper, and they say that we request you to set a question paper for this subject or course or paper, whatever they call it, for this 2013 examination, and you will be given 500 rupees for setting the paper, and please sign the undertaking and return it back to the university. You have been given a request by the Deputy Registrar Examination. Deputy Registrar Examination, that you give the undertaking to the Deputy Registrar Examination, etc. I undertake the following undertaking is that no close relative of mine is appearing in the examination, this examination, first undertaking. Second, I will keep the question paper under lock and key. I will not reveal the contents of question paper to anyone. I will not retain a copy, photocopy or carbon copy or in any other written manner copy of the question paper, okay, etc. You do it, give it. So the purpose was that for the examination purpose they wanted a paper. Now after 5 years you found that it was done 5 years back, but now you found a booklet which has past 10 years question papers and being sold in 50 rupees. How you say कि 50 rupees में the university is earning money out of it. There's so many thousands of people who will buy this and 10% royalty है private publisher को दे दिया. Now this say 1 lakh people will buy it 50 rupees. तो 1 lakh का 10% royalty 5 rupees, तो 5 lakh rupees royalty है. आपको 500 rupees दिया और 10 साल के मिला के 5,000 दिया. अब वो लाख रुपए की 5 लाख रुपए की रॉयल्टी ले रहे हैं. तो इट इज़ अनएथिकल ऑन द पार्ट ऑफ द यूनिवर्सिटी. तो आपने सोचा क्या कर रहे हैं भाई, मैंने तो आपको क्वेश्चन बना के दिया था एग्जाम के लिए, नॉट फॉर अर्निंग मनी सेपरेटली, बिकॉज आई स्टिल होल्ड माई कॉपीराइट ऑन इट. यू कैन नॉट अर्न मनी without getting the copyright assigned to you. Copyright should be assigned to the university, then only they can use it in this manner, not otherwise. Otherwise purpose था, हमने वो charitable purpose है, 500 is not worth the time, but anyway चलो ठीक है बना देते हैं. So one person went to the court of law, professor, he won the case because he had not assigned the copyright. So now those registrar examination in the universities who are more knowledgeable, they write one more condition in the undertaking. I assign my copyright to the university. I assign my copyright of the question paper to the university. Now the copyright has been assigned to the university. They can publish it in the form of a past 10 years question paper in any manner.
Okay. But sir, private booksellers are also using these things. They are providing last 10 year question papers and solution to the question paper. They are not taking the copyright from the author.
तो गलत है ना? See, the thing is, there are two things. One is that I am sure that as a consumer, you had very strong feeling and case that इस company against में मुझे lodge करनी है complaint under Consumer Protection Act. I am sure हर एक को ऐसे कुछ न कुछ experiences होंगे. अच्छा, now do you have time to go to the consumer court, file an application और कहो कि मुझे 2,000 रुपये के डैमेज चाहिए? 2,000 मिल जाएगा आपको, पर है कि आपके पास कहाँ इतना समय है आज की डेट में. तो आपके पास समय नहीं है और बिजी, तो यूँ से ठीक है छोड़ो इसको. मेरे पास में ऐसे 1000 चीज़ें हैं वेयर आई एम एब्सोल्युटली रेडी टू गो टू द कंज्यूमर कोर्ट एंड दिस एंड दैट, बट आई डोंट हैव टाइम टू गो. कॉपीराइट तो हमारा है ना. You have to take the permission.
They are not.
If you write a book on advertising management, and this is the advertisement of say the thing Kent-Arrow system, other is the advertisement of this Sony, other is the advertisement of, you put so many color pictures of 100 advertisements. Can you do it? You have to take their permission कि I am writing a book on advertising management and the following ad of yours I would like to include in my book. I need your permission. They will give the explicit permission कि you are permitted. Then only you can use it. Just by writing that source is that you cannot. It is not. For PhD thesis you can do it, but not for a book which is having a commercial value. Then it is for commercial purpose, which is illegal. Thesis copyright. It is generally the university, because university has given you all the facilities, equipment and everything to do research. So therefore the copyright is there. The exclusion text of laws, court decisions and administrative decisions are Copyright Act, It is given Government Act. You as ABC publishers, you can publish that act. Because it is an act, anybody can publish. Nobody needs copyright on that. Okay. So these three categories: text of laws, court decision, administrative decisions don't have any copyright. These are the, I think, these are related rights. A song written by Hazrat Jaipuri, sung by Lata Mangeshkar, music by Lakshmikant Pyarelal, recorded by HMV, has become so famous. Everybody knows it. है ना? अंताक्षरी में सबसे पहला गाना वही आता है याद आपको. So, a song like this, how it has become popular? Is it because the lyricist, the original copyright owner, wrote so good, or it has been sung so well? It has been, music has been composed so good, and good music has been composed. So, what is the contribution for the song to become so popular? The lyricist has become a celebrity. If Hazrat Jaipuri had written all those songs which he has written, and none of them had gone into the film, could he be known as the Hazrat Jaipuri, the great? Nobody would have known him. There are so many people who write so many songs and all those things, poems, nobody knows it. So, the contribution of the performing artist. Performing artists are the singers, music composers. So, the contribution of performing artist and the recording companies which record it. अगर लता मंगेशकर ने गाना गा दिया इस रूम में और चली गई, रिकॉर्ड ही नहीं हुआ तो वो किसको मालूम पड़ेगा वो गाना था? वो 100 लोग बैठे थे, 1000 बैठे थे, वो भूल जाएंगे थोड़े दिन में, वो सुनेंगे नहीं जब तक, तो भूल जाएंगे ना आप उसको. तो द परफॉर्मिंग आर्टिस्ट, singers and musicians, the recording companies and the broadcasting companies, they contribute significantly. So, their rights are in the vicinity of copyright. They don't get the copyright, but it is close to the copyright. And this is not a patent, this is not a design, it is not anything. So, their rights are known as related rights or neighboring rights, which are in the neighborhood of copyright. This geographical indication is indications which identify a good now champagne, Darjeeling tea, Alfonso mango, these are the examples. Champagne is a sparkling wine produced in the Champagne region of France such that it has a special quality. That is why it is known as champagne. The special quality of sparkling wine. Now, if you make a wine which is not using the process and method and the say the grapeyards of the thing, that place, Champagne region, then you cannot produce that quality wine. So, champagne is sold at 10 times or 5 times higher price than the other wine. Why? Because it derives something from the local conditions. So, if you are not using those grapes and those the thing, then you cannot produce that quality wine and you cannot call it champagne. So, there is producer, association of the producers of champagne who are producing champagne, sparkling wine, and that quality of wine, they call it champagne. It is from the Champagne region of France. Now, this is recognized as a geographical indication in France. Now, when the TRIPS agreement came up, it was all included that every country would have some geographical indications, and if they are protected in the same country, then any WTO member country has to honor it, respect it and protect it. That means when WTO came up, before WTO, there was a company in Pune. In Pune, it had called a absolute champagne type of bottle and everything, and called it fruit champagne. And they sold it with fruit champagne. And at that time, the Uruguay great negotiation was going on, and it could do it. But once the great negotiation was signed, 94, and on 1st January 95, WTO came in place, then all these things became mandatory on everybody. So, since France recognizes this as geographical indication, all WTO member countries have to recognize that as geographical indication. Anybody keeping name of champagne word for any product, directly, indirectly, even for shoe or coat or that fruit juice or anything, you can't keep champagne name. It is well known. Okay, cannot keep this name. So that company had to stop using fruit champagne. Now in India, we after WTO we thought now our Darjeeling tea will be recognized as a worldwide geographical indication of India. Then we realized that it should be recognized in India first, then only it will be recognized by others. If Indian law does not recognize it, if you are in Darjeeling, you are all producing Darjeeling tea, and they are in other parts of Assam they are producing it, Darjeeling, West Bengal, Assam some parts, but that tea cannot be called as Darjeeling tea. And if they call it Darjeeling tea and law does not protect you from their calling Darjeeling tea, then how internationally other countries we can force them to protect Darjeeling tea? So after 1995, the process started to make the Geographical Indication Act of India. Geographical Indication Act was completed, passed by Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, President in 1999. After that Geographical Indication Act, then Geographical Indication Act, what should the fee, all these things, what should the fee, it should be processed and all those things come under rule. Geographical Indication rules were formulated. After that, where the office will be? So the then Minister Murali was from Tamil Nadu, so इधर वो चेन्नई में बना दो इसका ऑफिस, तो चेन्नई बना दे चलो Geographical Indication office. Then office में officer कौन बैठेगा? Who will be the registrar? All these people who will be doing all that work.